If you're a man over 40, this is a special message for you. Do you feel like trying to get your body in shape just gets harder and harder, more difficult with each passing year? The problem can get even worse once you're over 50. In fact, many men in their 40s and 50s struggle to keep a semblance of the body shape they had in their 20s and 30s. Here's a question for you. Have you tried to lose weight with diets and were disappointed with the results? Did you look in the mirror and see something that just resembled an old and deflated tire? Many guys face this problem. They succeed at losing a lot of weight, but find they don't look or feel anything like they did when they were younger. Why is this? It's because as we get older, we don't just tend to gain body fat, we also lose muscle mass. And that loss of muscle tissue contributes to us looking and feeling old. It also accelerates as the years pass by. What's worse, the loss of muscle tissue actually contributes to the gains in fat. Muscle is biologically active tissue that burns calories. If we lose it, our metabolism slows down. This can result in even more body fat. The fact is, over time, a guy might gain 10 pounds of fat while losing 10 pounds of muscle, and his weight will stay the same, but his body will look and feel a lot different from how it did when he was young. This steady loss of muscle due to aging is called sarcopenia. It starts happening to most guys in their 30s, but from there it can just speed up and get worse. Here's an image showing the difference in muscle size between a 19-year-old and a 67-year-old. Many guys in their 40s and 50s find themselves somewhere between these two images. They find their bodies losing youthful strength and shape, but they just don't know what to do about it. At this point, many guys attempt to regain their past shape by trying a popular diet. But you might have noticed that just tends to make the problem even worse. Most diets cut too many calories and starve precious muscle off your body along with the fat. In fact, if we repeatedly try to starve fat off our bodies, we can end up accelerating the process of losing muscle. In the end, that'll just cause you to feel weaker, older, and flabbier as your metabolism suffers the consequences of muscle loss. So what's the answer to this dilemma? Well, obviously, it's weight training or some kind of resistance training. Bringing back your youthful strength and muscle is the answer. When you gain 10 pounds of muscle while losing 10 pounds of fat, you'll look and feel incredible. You'll likely look and feel so much more youthful and energetic than if you just starved 20 pounds of fat off your body. And believe me, getting the muscle is way more fun too. Bringing back your youthful strength, muscle, and shape makes body improvement more enjoyable and rewarding. It far surpasses waiting for a stringent diet to remove a few pounds of cellulite at a snail's pace. But here's where a lot of guys hit a big problem. Most attempts to bring back muscle after age 40 fail miserably. Many guys who try it soon give up in total frustration. That's because doing resistance training the wrong way can actually cause more muscle loss instead of reversing it. Have you found yourself in this position, or have you found yourself wanting to improve your body, but you just don't know where to start? Believe me, I know the feeling. I've been there. I struggled for years to get into shape when I was younger. Here's a picture of me in my 30s struggling with fitness and body improvement. Here I am a couple years later after dumping down weight gain powders trying to gain muscle. I was about 50 pounds overweight when that picture was taken. Here I am recently in my mid-50s getting in shape like I wished I could have when I was younger. What's made the difference? In a word, a system called MAS, or Myo-Acceleration Sequence System, MAS. MAS is based on 7 very simple principles. But before I give you those 7 simple but powerful principles, let me ask you a question. Have you ever hired a personal fitness trainer? If you did, were you disappointed with the results? Even if you were okay with the results, did it feel like they just didn't have lasting effect? In other words, for all the money you spent, did you feel like you didn't learn anything that you could just tuck away and call your own? My name is Scott Abbott. Let me promise you something up front. If I didn't have something very different to show you, I would not be talking with you. I would not waste your time or mine with generic information you can get anywhere. I get really frustrated when I see much of the information given out in the body improvement industry. Why? Because a lot of it just doesn't work for the average older guy who trains naturally. Much of it doesn't even work for younger guys training naturally, which is why steroid use is so rampant. In fact, if you've had trouble getting your body into shape, I'll go so far as saying that much of it is probably not your fault. A lot of it's the fault of bad training advice. On top of that, it's hard to stay motivated if what you're doing isn't working. Making it worse is when a personal trainer tells you you're just not trying hard enough. Let me assure you, some of the training routines I see out there will not work no matter how hard an effort you put into them. The 7 simple principles I want to share with you work powerfully when combined together. They have a synergistic effect. That means when combined, they tend to work better than the sum of their parts. Let me give you an example of how success in body improvement depends on simple and often ignored elements. When you start virtually any workout routine, you'll have training days and rest days. The training days are for the purpose of stimulating muscle growth through stress. We call those stress sessions workouts. In between workout days are occasional rest days when no workout is scheduled. Most people call these recovery days. But a lot of guys just assume their muscles and bodies recover on these days off. They never question if the ratio between stress and recovery is really working. What I've discovered is that if there's not really enough recovery for the amount of stress, then progress stalls and nothing happens. This is where a lot of guys find themselves, quickly getting stuck on a progress plateau and getting really frustrated. The answer to this frustration is to simply adjust the number of rest days until the ratio between workouts and recovery is optimal. This sounds counterintuitive because it's been beaten into our heads that missing workouts is the biggest reason for bad results in the gym. But I've personally added more recovery days than workout days to my schedule and watched my strength and muscle building progress get better and better. This has led to the shedding of body fat getting easier and easier. That's rewarding. What could be more fun than putting less time into something and getting better results? But that's just one of the powerful tips I'd like to share with you in a free report I want to give you. If you'd like access to this free information that has the power to absolutely change your body for the better, starting now, then just click the blue tab on the lower left of this video screen. You have a choice. You can keep struggling with diets and exercise routines that turn your body into a weakened, old, flat tire. Or you can grab this free information that has the formula for bringing back youthful and athletic strength and shape.